to truth. I open myself to truth.
You may be seated. That duck sound, that dentist drill sound, that sound is, there's a corner of the screen up there that when we have a windy day, if it catches it just right, it goes. So if you hear that, it's just, ooh, something truthful was just said. Come on, do it. You can never make these things happen when you want to. Well, we have been on a wondrous journey. It's been so special to have this Lenten journey of awakening to our Christ consciousness within and letting go. I'm going to continue to just let go through the rest of this year. And it brings us to a point where we are at the ultimate realization. Now, what could that be? Now, as people of unity, we identify ourselves as practical Christians. We identify that way because we want to live as Jesus. We want to heal as Jesus. We want to awaken as Jesus. And his instructions were so clear, and they're so profound, and all we need to do is do them. So, we are on this journey, and today is the Orthodox Easter Sunday, so happy Easter, everyone. So Matthew 6:33, this passage is probably something many of us are familiar with, and it speaks to what we're realizing. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all things shall be yours as well. This is so true. As we first seek the kingdom. And our master teacher, Jesus, was clear. The kingdom of heaven is where? Within us. The kingdom of God is within us. So first seek the kingdom and the very realization of the truth of God's wisdom and guidance and care. And within that, everything is ours. Because everything is God. And as we open to God, we open ourselves to all of it. Is it really that simple? I'd say this is the ultimate realization. Waking up to the simplest truth. Co-founder Charles Fillmore of Unity says this: realization means atonement, completion, perfection, wholeness, repose, resting in God. Then, as man lays hold of the indwelling Christ, he is raised out of the Adam or dark consciousness into Christ consciousness. This atonement with God brings a lasting joy that cannot be taken away. So let's unpack this. Realization is the very essence of our atonement. I like to say it at one-ment, our at one-ment with God. And in that essence, that divine essence, that Christ consciousness, that shimmering presence that's always present, lies wisdom, lies inspiration, lies navigation and guidance and clarity. It's so true. Now that Adam or dark consciousness is that humanness. Guess what? We're all human. We're all in that. We have that essence of us that walking and talking and making decisions. And when we're in our dark consciousness, meaning it's not infused with the light of God, it's simply based on what's relative, our senses. Now, that consciousness is not always wrong. It makes right choices. It also gets us into a lot of trouble. Because if it's dark consciousness, it's not very clear. And if you have your choice of guiding yourself in the dark or guiding yourself in the light, what are you going to choose? Unless it's a haunted house. So we have a choice of waking up to our oneness with God, realizing this perfection, that truth that's always with us. And therein lies our joy. Therein lies our ability to live life in a way that acknowledges life. The life in all other human beings, the life in all other species, the life in nature, the life that exists because God's everywhere present. That one power and presence in the universe. And it's ours to have that ultimate realization to put God first. That means when we go to speak, we put God first. When we go to eat, we put God first. When we go for a walk or get into a conversation or go to work or get up to sing, we put God first. The lesson from our master teacher Jesus was clear. Okay. Love God with all your heart and soul. That was the top commandment. Love God with all your heart and soul. That's the ultimate realization. Waking up to this truth is the path. There's nothing we need. We don't need to go to Walmart and buy a dose of God. We don't need to go to Costco or download from Amazon and get an overnight delivery of God. It's already with us. In truth, our awakening is peeling away that which isn't God expressing. The assumptions, the expectations, the doubt, the lack, the fear, the guilt, the shame, all that stuff. Which does make our journey rather interesting. But if we put God first, we open up to a new way of living. Eckhart Tolle, a great spiritual teacher, has written many books. He says, I believe that Jesus realized his oneness with God. And he showed us the way to all of us how to realize our own oneness with God. The teachings are so powerful. And all we need to do is practice them. Choose them. Step into the choice of being. I know that there were many years in my life I didn't have any awareness of this. And this week I came awake to an idea that I had a dream. And the dream was powerful. I'll share my dream. In the dream, it was like a vortex, like a gentle tornado. but a vortex. And out of this swirl, there was a woman, middle-aged woman who I didn't know, and a man, older man who I didn't know, and myself. And the woman said, "Oh, I have to forgive myself for having an abortion, so many years ago." And the man said, "I have to forgive myself for being a good soldier. Because in the war, I killed a lot of people, and I enjoyed what I did. And I need to forgive myself." And then I saw this black mirror that was shattered. And what I came to is I need to forgive myself for hating myself for so many years. Powerful dream. I woke up and I journaled, and I went to the mirror and I did some mirror work, and I put God first. And I had done my meditation practice, so I prayed and meditated. So God, I want assistance to help me forgive myself for all those feelings of hatred towards myself. Very powerful. Because not only do we need to love God, we need to love ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves. And this is the great realization that's available to us. Elizabeth Sand Turner, I wish I met her. A great unity woman. She's written many books. She herself metaphysically translated the entire Bible in 3 volumes. It's just beautiful. Here she says, in order for us to take advantage of the atonement Jesus made for us, it is imperative that we follow him. We must, if we're going to choose who our teachers are, who we're going to take guidance from, isn't it best to listen to the lesson and apply it to our lives? Well, in unity, we see Jesus as the master teacher to teaching us these important values. And it's ours to learn, discern what our truth is, what we believe, and if we're ready, we can step into a realization that all that God is present in this now moment. Thank you very much. And from that, we can do whatever we do. I think on the outside, a whole bunch doesn't change. But from the inside, we can forgive and let go of those opinions and judgments and false ideas. Are you ready to step into that awareness? Are you ready?
Yes.
Good! Join me in this process. It's so valuable. And with that, we will have our ultimate realization. Thank you. So the personal exploration this week is distilled from these realizations of what Jesus taught. Number 1, love God. Love God. Love God in thought, in feeling, in spirit. Love God when you lay your head down at night, when you wake up in the morning. When you're in the shower, love God. Number 2 is love and forgive yourself. Sometimes there's a thought, a feeling, an expectation that helped us at one time that doesn't help us right now. We can let go of them, forgive them, and we don't need to carry them around anymore. If a thought promotes life, it aligns with God consciousness. And if there's a thought that doesn't promote life, that looks like fear or shame or doubt, it's not God. It's just our humanness working something out. We can let go and forgive those things. And 3, love and forgive your neighbor. That might be the person you're married to. That might be the person you're related to. That might be the people you work with or you live who are neighbors to you. It could be people in this community. It's ours to love and forgive. So if we can love and forgive, we're well on our way to realizing a truth that is always true. And no matter what comes up in our life, we can navigate to peace, tranquility, and blessing. Thank you. The dove has spoken.